Welcome everyone to a new series on Project Zomboid. So it's been about 10 months since I played this, but I do have a soft spot for survival games, just like I think a lot of, I've talked to a lot of people who play these grand strategy games, but still like to relax a little bit, I'd almost say, to survival games. Basically my opinion on it is, it's a lot of thinking for these strategy games like Hearts of Iron 3, Advanced Tactics Gold, even Rule the Waves takes a bit of thinking. And you have to put yourself into those games, but these survival games, I don't know if it's going to make sense, but I would say that they come to you more. So they're built around this immersion. They're really trying to be immersive. So if you're just playing, and the game comes to you, you just play it, and the world kind of creates itself. Rather than in these strategy games, you have to think a lot about the strategy, like Distant Worlds, you have to be like constantly designing new ships and upgrading them and watching all your explorers, etc. So anyways, I'm going to be playing with my Tortuga options, which means longer day length, refrigeration is a little more effective, water shutoff happens later. My one gripe about this is, for a sandbox, considering they probably just have a random number which is selected between the start and the end of these shutoff windows. So they probably have a randomly select from 31 numbers which day of 0 to 30 is going to be the shutoff day. Since they have that as the mechanic already, why not just allow the user to input the window itself? So allow me to put in 0 or 30, which would allow me, if I wanted, to put in like 7 to 14 if I thought it would happen a week to 2 weeks. Electricity would shut off. But they don't have that, and hopefully it'll be added in later, but we still at least have something reasonable to work with. So I have refrigeration higher, erosion happens slower. Farming takes so long in the game, especially because I'm having 2-hour days. It'll take like 8 hours in real life for me to get any kind of results for farming, which I just find too long of a return on investment. So I speed up farming a little bit. In fact, I might even go to very fast, but for now, for this playthrough, I'll do this. I do XP higher and stats decrease slower, just because I'm going to set those back to a normal range by adding points or negative traits to my character in the character creation screen. The only thing I have different than proper zombies is just bloodhound smell, so instead of normal, because I like this. In a sense, I think this is if you're bleeding, and I like that kind of shark smelling blood in the water type effect, where if you're bleeding, zombies really notice you a lot better. That to me makes more sense in zombie lore. And the one that I really do a lot of changes to is Sandbox options for the population. I kind of turn this on its head. They have the game start with 1 and go to 1.5, and I reverse it. To me, it's more immersive. We're starting already in the zombie apocalypse, so it's probably been, most of the population, like 90% of the population, has already been zombified at this point. So what that means is there's already like a lack of new supply of humans to become zombies. So to me, it doesn't make sense that on this outbreak that, at least in the area we're in, there's just almost completely, there's no NPCs. So we kind of assume that, maybe 90% of the population is already zombified. So there's no mechanic, there's no new humans to be zombified in order to increase the population on peak days, which I did want to change, by the way, to be, 28 days later? I kind of like that reference. They originally have it at 28, and I think, I think zombies can survive maybe a whole month without food, because they kind of just do nothing most of the day. But that's the reason why I choose this reversal, because for me it's more immersive to have a world of zombies where they decay over time, because how are they sustaining themselves? Either they need to eat humans, or they're either starving to death or they're eating each other. And either starving to death or eating each other, their population will be decreasing over time, not increasing. And I also like to really limit the respawn capabilities of these zombies. I'll even do 0.01. I just don't want zombies to respawn because it takes away from my feeling of progress. Like if I eliminate a lot of zombies downtown, I don't want them the next day to all be back. I want to feel like I made a difference. So that's the way I play. Let's do one random and then pick Tortuga Power. Tortuga Power. I want all the hair. We'll do a vest because it is June. Do short hair and full beard. And do red. I kind of like this setup, so that's fine. And we'll go ahead and get into character creation. So this is where I offset a lot of the advantages I was giving to myself originally in the sandbox options. So I set high thirst, hearty appetite, and I set slow learner. So this offsets the slower decrease of stats, these two. And the middle one, slow learner, offsets the higher XP gain and brings me back down to the beginner level of XP gain. So we end up with that. Then also I end up taking a lot of negative traits. Let's go prone to illness. Let's go hemophobic. Let's go weak stomach. I don't know if we'll end up doing slow reader. We'll do hypochondriac. Maybe that's it. Slow healer I will take. A few of the other ones that I recommend that are pretty good to take if you need a few extra points is slow reader. Sleepyhead is not bad. It's even a good thing sometimes because it allows you to sleep anywhere, which can be a good thing at any time. So that's good because otherwise the game won't let you sleep unless you're tired. So now we've gotten these 42 points and you're like, wow, that's a lot. Well, it's going to go very quickly. I'm going to select burglar, which is going to take us down quite a bit because it gives us a lot of good things. Then I'm going to go to the very bottom of the list, the highest points. I'm going to take strong, athletic, and handy. And boom, we're back down to 0 points. So the higher points you go generally rewards you more per point than the lower skills. Let me just demonstrate this briefly with athletic and fit. So fit is a 6-point cost and it does +2 fitness. Now athletic is not quite double, so it's instead of being 12, it's only 10. But it gives you +4 fitness, so it doubles the fitness bonus. But on top of that, it also gives you faster running speed and can run longer without tiring. So 2 bonuses on top of the athletic, the fitness gain that fit would give you. So generally, not only do the higher ones cost less, but they have more benefits. So if you can, take more negative traits in order to get the absolute best ones down at the bottom. Okay, so that'll conclude this character, which is already, I think this is already saved as Tort 2, but I'll just call it Tort 3 for good measure. And if I wanted, one other thing I like to do when I'm a burglar is take slow reader so that I can take cat's eyes, better vision at night. But we're not going to do that this time. And here we go, into the game. These are the end times. There was no hope of survival. This is how we died. So right now they're doing the random number generation to determine when the electricity will turn off and all that. They're just setting up the initial game world. And that's why I just wonder why they couldn't just make that a value. Now when we start, things are actually a little bit more difficult, despite the fact that my character is better than your average character because I do I kind of allow myself better qualities by manipulating the sandbox. I should say that we start with a lot more zombie population than your normal game does, because I like to have the initial population high and then have it decay. Like I said, that's more realistic to me. First order of business is going to be to find a weapon, and also just note that your first house is always free of zombies. We also want to find some bags to store stuff in. Okay, I'll take the can opener because that ends up being just extremely important. I'll take the grapes to eat. We don't really want to spend time cooking yet. A rolling pin will have to be our first weapon. Oops. Primary. And we'll use a plastic bag temporarily for our bag. It's the worst bag you can get. Okay, let's put this dead rat. This is going to seem weird, but let's put this in the... Can we get it? I want to get it into the fridge, but okay, it doesn't matter. Take the chips and canned beans. Those are very good. I think we'll take the other water bottle too. But I'll put it in my bag for now. Okay. Let's see, what else do we want? This might be all this house can offer for us. Okay, so I like to leave the doors open for the houses I've been to. It's my way of knowing which houses I've explored. We might be in... We are! This is... Oh my gosh, this is the exact same house that... I didn't spawn in this house before, but I ended up taking this house to be my home base on my most successful playthrough ever. I lasted, I think, 6 months. 5 or 6 months in this house. This ended up being my safe house. Okay, so right now we are only wielding a rolling pin, which is not great. And I think it's actually worth it for us to start trying to clear out this area. So mission objective number 1 will be clear out this area, because this is a great safe house if we can end up using it. That was quick. Should be able to kill this guy pretty quickly. No, or not. Okay, now we have 3. Okay, 4 is harder to deal with. I can deal with 3, no problem, but 4 is kind of like your limit. We want 1 at a time here. There we go. Okay, the best way of dealing with these guys is to get them on the ground. So when we're at a point when we're not knocking them to the ground and killing them, we kind of want to back away and isolate 1 again. So like this. So she falls down, and stomp her for a little bit. Okay, good. So now we are able to kill 1 more. You can see that usually how you end up killing them is when they're on the ground. Let's let this lady kind of run towards us for a bit. Come on. There she goes. Fortunately, we triggered him. Our rolling pin has a very low radius. It's well, it is a rolling pin after all. Let's see. Yes, this guy is nice. He's running really fast. He's gonna isolate himself. Come on, don't give up. There you go. Perfect. And you'll be on the ground. And we killed you instantly. Very good. Let's go a little bit further. This is gonna be good for our experience too. So you can see that although we're gonna gain skill points a little bit faster, we have no place to put our points in quite yet. Is this feasible? This might be a little dangerous. Okay. Yeah. Since this lady seems to be a little bit faster, let's try to drop her out. Okay, we're actually gonna knock them down. That's good. The problem is we might be getting ahead of ourselves in terms of... Was that a bite? Let's see. Nope. You'll at least take slight damage if they actually land a hit. Every hit is not an instant kill, but it's possibly an instant kill. Okay, we got 1 more. Things are really slow with a rolling pin, as you'd imagine. I think we killed this one. Okay, good. Let's get this guy. Okay, and last one. Just stomp him out. And we also want to check for any kind of supplies. Okay, I don't see anything there. Let's go to this body. Nothing. Eyes makeup. Eye makeup, I think that's supposed to be. Cologne. Yep, nothing we need. And we got a single guy. I really like this area because you can farm down here. And there's actually forest, if I'm able to zoom out, down here, which you can forage as well. So there's a lot of good qualities to this area. I know that downtown's down here, so... I mean, it's been a while since my playthrough that it made it so long. Come on, buddy. There he goes. You gotta do the combat spin every now and then to make sure there's nobody else following you. Oh, he's dead. I don't have my volume turned up very high right now, so I can't hear when they're dying. See? Combat spin. Otherwise, you have a certain amount of radius where you detect them no matter what. That's your hearing radius. So I really recommend, if you're starting a new game, not to choose a low hearing. High hearing is actually probably one of the best things for you when you first start. Until you get the hang of zombie behavior and knowing when they're attacking you from the back, etc. She's not dead. She's not dead. There she goes. Okay, no, nothing here still. So we've already killed a fair amount of these too. I'm a little OCD, so when they get really close to my door, I tend to move the corpses, but I'll do all of those kind of things off camera. You know, like the book reading, the kind of tedious actions, I'll do those things off camera, in between episodes. So, we do need to go through some more houses, though. We can't just sit on our laurels and... Oh. You know what? Let's help this lady out. Oh, let's help both of them out. Because I don't want them to break that window. Good. 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 Got him. Okay, she fell again. So you can see how long it takes the bite animation to actually trigger. We haven't been hit yet. Which is really just testimony to how the bite mechanic takes a long time to... It scares you at first because it's like, oh my gosh, did I get hit? And then you realize you have, you know, a good amount of time. Okay, we got... Nothing here, and nothing there. Okay, so I like to open the window just because it means that they didn't break it. Otherwise, you know, you can't put the new window back. We still really... Okay, I'll take carpentry for beginners. But we could really do with a bag of some kind. Plastic bag, not going to cut it. Let's go ahead and eat as well. Eat all these grapes. We don't want to eat our... non-disposable food. Ooh, a lighter we'll take for sure. Shotgun shells, that's interesting. Might be a little too early for shotguns. But... Okay, let's open this just so the front door is open. Otherwise, sometimes they're locked. Okay, bathroom. Oh, there are zombies here. Surprise zombies. The worst kind. I don't think they bit me. Let's shut this door, just kill this guy, and then we can open it and deal with the other lady. Okay, he doesn't have anything. Let's push her back. She fell, good. The door line of vision, or field of vision, line of sight type stuff, it's a bit tricky in this game. It takes some getting used to. So we did not get bit, thank God, but that was pretty close. Also trying to find the door. I think that this is a door, if I'm not mistaken. There it is. Sometimes tricky. A school bag, finally. Okay, let's put this on our back for now. And actually, I'm going to take everything out of this bag and drag it into my school bag. Because I want to get rid of this plastic bag as soon as I can. Okay, so that's everything. So right now we'll keep it equipped, but as soon as we can, we're going to get rid of it. So hopefully we'll find a duffel bag or anything like that. Also, I'm going to turn off the TVs close to the areas that I want a safe zone to be. So, like here, I possibly want to use that house. Let's stop these guys from beating on this door. Poor defenseless door. Just in time. Nobody else cares. Okay, now they care. Now we have a bunch coming. Oh my gosh, more than a bunch. Got them though. Okay, that's unfortunate. We didn't check their bodies either. Okay, if this shambler wants to... This is the fast shamble mode, and that's the slow shamble mode over there. So you can see the difference. Okay, we did get a kill there, I think, on her. Nope, she's still up. I like to remember which one it is. Okay, this guy wants to distance himself. That's fine, too. This will be a zombie corpse road. A little bit further, buddy. You can do it. Yes, a little bit further. Good. They do grab you, so if they get too close, you will be grabbed and they'll slow you down, and then the other zombies will grab you, and eventually they'll slow you down so that you're actually pulled into the zombie crowd and you die. Something that we obviously want to avoid. But I do want to kill them because this could be a very good start for me if I'm able to clear out a lot of the zombies in this area. Butchered that one. I guess we can use this forest to lose some of them, and then we'll be able to pick off. There we go. So we have it narrowed down to, well, that didn't help at all. It should work though. So now we only have one guy pursuing us. This is really good. Both of them, hopefully knock one down. There it is. Now we just keep stomping until this one goes down. And they're really coming at like the perfect rate. Just I kill one, just as another one spawns in. I mean, joins the hunt, or whatever this is. Try doing this. Gotta make sure that nobody's coming from the back. And stomp her to death as well. Perfect. Pretty gruesome game, I know, but that's the zombie apocalypse for you. And it's kind of nice, the low graphics. I think the blood decals are a little overdone sometimes, but that's okay. They had fun with it. And you can turn it down. I probably will turn it down a little bit before our next video. Which reminds me, I think we've come to a good place to stop for now. Maybe after I kill this one last guy. Yeah, we could zoom out a little bit more. So there's 2 zombies down here, another one coming. Okay, we'll kill one more zombie. She's gone, right? But she's not really gone. Nope, she wasn't making her way towards us, so there was nothing to worry about. And beta blockers is really good. Okay, and this guy didn't have anything either. Very good. So I'll call this video to a close here. Next time we'll continue our hunt for a suitable location, and we also want a better bag. A school bag is not going to cut it for very long. So thanks for watching. I hope you're enjoying this episode. If you do like this series, you know I never really talk about this stuff, but if you wouldn't mind giving a thumbs up for this video, considering it's the first of the series, that would be very helpful. So just if you enjoy it. Thanks so much, and I'll catch you in episode 2.